Lindsay Lohan was famous for her work as a child in The Parent Trap, and as she grew older, for the quintessential teen girl movie, Mean Girls. I mean, honestly, I did not understand girls in high school until I saw Mean Girls. And maybe it's because Lindsay and I were both born in 1986, but I did have a tiny crush on Lindsay Lohan for a hot second. But that quickly went away as she fell into drugs and alcohol. Lindsay quickly had huge legal troubles, multiple DUIs, possession of cocaine, violation of probation, skipping out on her mandatory community service. She did everything wrong under the law. Because of that, she got a horrible rap in Hollywood and in the United States. And she did something kind of crazy. And now a lot of celebrities go to rehab, they go out and they try to get some counseling, but Lindsay actually did something kind of smart in its insanity. She went out of the country, first to Greece and then to Dubai. Those places seem to be entirely different. One of them very seemingly open and liberal, and the other stereotypically conservative and religious. Well, that turns out to not be entirely true. I'm Andrew Esquire, and this is The Legal Mindset, where we use the law to give you an unfair advantage. And today, we can talk about leaving like Lindsay. That's right, leaving the country and going to Dubai. Now, a lot of people think about leaving the country. Some people think about it after an election that they don't like, whether it's a liberal or Republican that comes into office. And some people just think about life outside the United States and just think, hey, is it better there? Is business better there? Is dating better there? Is life better there? Is that a better situation for me? And for Lindsay, she's actually said that it was miraculous, that it saved her life, and that life in Dubai is actually great. So today, we're going to talk about some of the laws, some of the environmental benefits to Dubai, and for Lindsay leaving from the United States to Dubai, and how that can benefit pretty much anybody. So let's just start with the first thing about Dubai, and that is, it's extremely business friendly. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Andrew, come on, they must all speak Arabic. Well, no. Everything is actually usually in English, and you can do pretty much anything you want in English in Dubai, including starting a business. And that's in fact what Lindsay did. She has run businesses from Dubai. And Dubai has changed its laws so that corporations in Dubai can be 100% foreign owned. There's no other requirements. You don't have to have somebody who lives in Dubai who's part of the UAE, that is United Arab Emirates, to be on your board. You can just form a company and start it there. And the great thing is you have very low costs to do that, which is so simple and easy, and probably one of the big reasons why it was an easy transition for Lindsay from LA to Dubai. And the next thing, and you're gonna think this is crazy, personal freedoms. Now I know what you're thinking. Andrew, it's an Islamic country. Don't they like kill you if you act up? No. That's not at all true. That's probably a stereotype that you heard about the Middle East in general. They actually are relatively open-minded and reasonable. Now there are some crazy laws in the UAE. I'll just give you some for example. For example, not washing your car is considered disfiguring to the city and you can be fined for that. But you can also be fined for improperly washing your car, such as washing it in front of your house. You're supposed to take it to a gas station or special place to wash it so you're doing it properly, so that water flows to the right places where it's supposed to flow and the dirty water doesn't go into the streets. That's a crazy thing about Dubai. Things like swearing can be prohibited, not just in person, but also online. In fact, swearing on WhatsApp can even have you hit with a fine. Same thing with using a VPN. That can get you in trouble, but you can also get in trouble for eating or drinking on public transit. So with all these laws, you'd think Lindsay would hate it. She would say, I want to go back to LA. I want to go there and go back to my carefree, no laws attitude. Well, actually, no. What she found when she was there was not only are people left alone, but also they largely don't care about how you live your life. So let's talk about privacy. Privacy is actually extremely protected in Dubai. It's in fact quite illegal to take someone's photograph without their permission. You can see why Lindsay Lohan would love that, because the paparazzi aren't there. It's illegal to even work as a paparazzi in Dubai because they take it so seriously. Another thing is you can actually drink alcohol. I know it's something you probably thought you couldn't do, but you can drink alcohol in Dubai. And you can also wear what you want. You're not forced into a burqa. As long as you're not going into a religious place, it is usually not restricted in what you wear. And another thing on top of that is that associations are not limited. I know you think, Andrew, Dubai is probably horrible for women. Come on, it's gotta be the worst. Well, Lindsay said she actually loved it and she thought it was quite free and that she didn't experience harassment or people coming up to her on the street like she did in the United States. A huge difference with Dubai. Now, another side effect of this huge focus on privacy and this general strictness when it comes to public order is that there's almost no crime in Dubai. That's right, the crime rates are nearly zero. In fact, many of the people in jail are there for white collar or financial crimes. I know it's crazy that people could be locked up for, let's say, not paying their debts, but that is something that indeed happens in Dubai. They're not filled with drug offenders like here in the United States. And that brings me around to the next point, because Dubai actually doesn't have much debt. And that's because they don't have taxes. And this is a huge reason why Lindsay went to Dubai. Dubai has no tax on personal income, no tax on property, nothing whatsoever, real estate, fine art, nothing. You're not taxed on it. And they have no tax on capital gains. It is long-term investments, stocks, bonds, things you've held for a long time. No taxes on those. Nearly tax-free status. Now, there are some taxes on goods that are shunned, that are frowned upon, like let's say cigarettes. But those are few and far between, and a huge benefit why Lindsay and many others have relocated to Dubai. And we're seeing this trend globally, where people are moving from places where they're treated poorly to places where they're treated better and more favorably because of tax temperament, because of the level of taxes in those jurisdictions. And one huge example of this is how Joe Rogan left California. So check out my video on that.